I'm just putting on my gloves. Oh, it's very cold this morning. It's starting to be fire lighting time. We're going for a walk down the road, our morning walk. There's a few magpies saying good morning. The magpies, you get to know which birds are around and they get to know you. Thankfully, we have never been swooped in spring, and we don't have to worry about that right now. Cedar's ahead of me. She loves it when she's about 4 or 5 meters ahead of me, taking charge. Keeping an eye out for the foxes, no doubt. Although thankfully we're a bit late for them this morning. They're usually around at sunrise, a little bit after sunrise. There's quite a few foxes at the moment. Oh, the light is gorgeous. There's beams of light coming through onto the dirt track, coming through the trees. And then you look up at the fluorescent green, lime green eucalyptus leaves, and I don't know what those trees are. They're some sort of maybe Westringia type. And there's she oaks, and just those glistening dashes of, wow, even like a lemon yellow in certain places. Oh, the beautiful warmth just hit my face. Oh, it's so beautiful here. Lovely, huge, big cobweb glistening with the light. We love this road. So there's a few spots along this road where I could get my little sketch kit out. Cedar's having a little sniff now. Yeah, there's quite a few spots where I could get my sketchbook out and just have, even if I just put my book and a pen, really, or I really want to bring my easel and do some plein air painting along this road before it gets too cold. It's nice and private here. So it's almost an abandoned road. I wish it would stay an abandoned road. We had a lot of rain a while ago now, but there's still really big puddles across the road. Like, I wouldn't drive my car down here. 4-wheel drives can make it through, but no one else, which is so great. So there's often, we'll meet other dog walkers. We've got some cows coming up ahead. Cedar likes saying good morning to the cows. Sometimes there's a bike rider. Occasionally there's a car, which I wish there wasn't. Here's Seeds. Good girl, darling. I love you, buggy. So on the left of us, there's quite a few cows, and it's now opening up to a big open paddock space. And there's lots of cows and lots of kangaroos in there. Lots of cobwebs everywhere, like all through the grasses and the fence. There's a barbed wire fence in between Cedar and I and the cows. And yeah, it's somebody's property. And you can see their house in the, like, quite far away. And there's lots of eucalyptus trees scattered throughout the property. And on my right, there's more cows on the right. And you can see straight through, there's like a large swamp in the distance. And then behind that, there's a big hill with a couple of houses on it, and the light's shining so beautifully on there at the moment. This is one of the places I would like to bring my painting easel here. So there's lots of kangaroos in there, different types of cows. I'm not sure if they're not dairy cows. Cedar, quick, stop eating the kangaroo poo. Go, move, quick. She likes that kangaroo poo. Oh, I try and stop her eating it, but she just loves it. Ugh, yuck. Must be good for the digestion or something. So the dirt road's quite overgrown now. You can still, obviously it's still, you could drive on it, but slowly the grasses and the weeds and some little trees are starting to grow through and creep on in. Oh, I can see so many beautiful colours. In the grasses you can see, like, there's sort of a rust colour. Some of them are starting, like, it's autumn, and so some of the grasses are they've got a mixture of that burnt sienna, quinacridone gold, and still shots of like cadmium yellow even there, and lime green. So many colours. When you really look at something, there's so many different colours that you can see. Come on, sweetheart, keep moving. Good girl. Oh, very cold. Got several jumpers on and gloves this morning. Oh, it's just lovely and quiet. It's starting to get a bit of a breeze up. I think autumn's probably the best time to come out painting. One, because it's cold now, it's morning, but it will be a beautiful day today. Cedar, come on. Not too cold in the middle of the day might be the best time. I mean, if you're... Keep moving, go, quick, keep moving. Beautiful kangaroo with a baby in its pouch. We're just looking at it, aren't we, Cedar? Good girl, keep moving. And we keep walking down the road. Yeah, I think the light in the morning is just spectacular. I'm looking right now, like it would have earlier, it just changes. I was awake it was before 5 o'clock, and I went outside and there was like a dusty purple kind of colour in the sky for sunrise. It was so beautiful. But now I'm looking at the bark, it's not the bark, the peeled back bark of a gum tree, and the colours that I'm looking at, I can see like a light orange colour and salmon colours and a warm grey colour. So beautiful. Naples yellow reddish, maybe. Okay. Keep walking. Come on, Cedar. Goodness me, you really have to bring your whole pencil tin out to match colours, I think. Oh wow, madder brown? Some of those, I don't know what they are. They're not grasses, they're like, oh, I don't know what they are. It's got these little flower heads, some sort of weed probably, but it's the most exquisite, like, quinacridone maroon. No, it's not. It's a maroon kind of madder colour. Gosh, it's very hard to describe. This was going to take a lot of practice, I think. I'm standing on a dirt road looking out to my right, and I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, way too many to count, kangaroos. Most of them are just looking at me to say, what are you doing? A couple of them, one of the males is standing up, scratching his chest, and a beautiful baby in a pouch. Actually, there's quite a few females with babies in the pouch. Meanwhile, on my other side, Cedar's eating the kangaroo poo. Get out. Come on, move. Cedar, come on. Stop it. She is very cheeky. Come on, go. Keep moving. Oh, it's definitely a glove and scarf morning this morning because it is very crisp and chilly, which is why we're out a little bit later. We both snuggled in bed this morning. It was so nice. Morning walks are such a great way to get your creativity flowing. Not only are you looking at the colours of things that you can see, trying to figure out what colour is that? Like, how would I create that? How would I paint that colour? Those colours. There isn't just one colour. Like, I'm looking at a gum tree, the trunk of a gum tree right now, and I can see, so just looking at the trunk and the bark, not considering the foliage, I can see a dark Payne's blue grey. I can see raw umber, a salmon colour. I can see Naples reddish yellow, a warm grey, a light warm grey, a dark warm grey, light orange. Cedar's having a munch on the grass while I'm looking at this beautiful tree. Like a green umber almost in some of the outer layers of the bark. And then this is in the light, so in the bright light of the morning, sun is just hitting the trunk. And then as I look further up the trunk, I can see this, like it's moss green really, and some yellow ochres, burnt sienna. Oh, it's beautiful. And that's just one trunk of one tree. Oh, Cedar, I love you. Come on, let's keep walking, shall we? Good girl. So love being outside when there's no other people around, don't we, Cedar? Oh, she probably likes more people than I do. Come on, let's go. I like people, I just like being in nature. Probably more because it stills my internal chaos that I mostly always have. Come on, sweetheart, let's keep walking. Come on. All right, anyway, we'll keep walking because Cedar and I both need some exercise, and I like to see the flashes of beautiful colour as I walk past. At the moment there's these gorgeous purple, magenta, light purple little flowers. I don't know what that is, but I think it's some sort of weed. And blackberry bushes that have finished their fruiting, and some of the leaves are going like a little bit rusty colour, and I can see, wow, crimsons and greens and browns and maroons and yellows and rusty colours. That's just in the leaves. Cedar's having a good look around too. She's looking in the lower levels, I'm looking in the middle levels. No, actually I'm sort of looking everywhere. I'm still keeping my eye out for snakes just because it's a habit, but thankfully cool mornings like this, I don't usually see any, unless it's, well, sometimes I have actually in the warm sunny. Actually, you'd be surprised, yeah, so I won't say there's no snakes here at this time of year, because sometimes there have been. Wow, in the distance there's a flock of birds. We've got a big swamp behind the paddocks and the native bush land. Scrubby bush, really it is. There's this massive big body of water. Can you hear them? I think they're coming this way. I hope so. No, maybe not. I don't know what they are. Maybe some sort of water bird. Anyway, all right. We're standing in the shade now, so we're going to keep walking. It's a bit cold. And Cedar's turning around. She wants to go home. We're not going home yet. Come on, keep walking. Yeah, walking is a great thing to do if you're an artist or anyone. It's a great thing to do. As a creative, it really helps me process my stuff. It's like Julia Cameron's morning pages. We're going through a bit of a bush track now. It's off the main track because there's water all over the road. And come on, quick. Good girl. Lots of lamandra, that's what it is. It's sort of like, it kind of looks like pandanus, but it's in one of the native grasses. There's lots of it. It's a little bit spiky. It's not too bad. Come on, good girl. And there's a pathway that's been made by people who walk this track and also the animals. Cedar loves sniffing in here. Yeah, so back to why walking helps me and everybody. I walk for the exercise just to free my joints up. Often with Cedar, she'll stop and have a sniff and I'll do a little yoga stretch, or the joint freeing series is really good to do when you're walking. People must think I'm a bit mad, but I'm a little bit over what people think. if you're worried about what people think, you'd never do anything. Yeah, the morning walks are like Julia Cameron's from The Artist's Way morning pages for me. So Julia Cameron, you probably know about it. I don't know if you've heard about it or not. She's sort of this thing where you write 3 pages or more every morning, and you just write out all the yucky stuff that you're thinking, all your doubts and all that, and you write it down, and then you don't read it again, but it's out of your system. It's sort of a way of expelling all the negative thoughts and processing stuff that has happened in your life and getting it out of your system. Well, I like walking for that. And Cedar's getting a bit old now, but we would walk, and I still wish we could, about 10 kilometres every morning, and usually about 3 kilometres in, the negative stuff would go, my self-doubt would go, my body would start to be warmed up, and I felt a freedom of movement in both my body and in my mind. And that's when the creative ideas can come. That's when I solve a lot of my problems, or I think about new projects or how projects can be linked to each other. It's very, very creative. I don't know why I haven't thought about recording things like this previously, because walking and talking, it's more like thoughts while you walk. Lots of good thoughts while we walk. So we're coming up, there's a couple of houses, one on each side soon. I'm going to pause the podcast because there's a few dogs that Cedar likes to say hello to, so it's going to get a bit noisy, probably. All right, just going to find, so there might be a few. Okay, I'm just going to pause now. It's actually much later than I thought it was. I thought it was 7:30, but when I paused the podcast, I realised it's nearly 9 o'clock. Anyway, we're walking past the houses now. So sheep, horses, chooks. Such a beautiful rural property. Here come the doggies. They're so beautiful. You'll hear. I thought, why not hear them? They're just gorgeous. Bit bad to live next door to, maybe, but I love them. I know. Good morning. Good morning, beautiful doggies. Cedar's not very impressed. Beautiful doggies. She's just pretending to ignore them. Good girl, Cedar's. Good girl. Keep walking. Oops, she's pulled me backwards. Must be something good to sniff there. Come on, good girl. Oh, it's such a beautiful morning. Stopping to have a sniff and a stretch. So this road is about 3 kilometres from the studio. I mean, it's 3 kilometres in total, so it's not that far from the studio. I just walk out of the studio basically and I'm on it. But we can walk 3 kilometres and then turn around and go back 3 kilometres, so that's 6. It's a nice walk. It's even better when there's no cars. It's so good. We're coming up to, like, at the end of the road, there's a few more houses, and they're going to put an industrial estate there, which, I don't know, could be good, could be bad, who knows. Honestly, I think there's a good and a bad to everything. Obviously, I prefer not to have an industrial estate there, But what can you do? Just gotta go with the flow, really. Some things you just can't change. You just gotta accept them and try and see the good things. Because there probably is good in everything. I said probably because I had anyway, there is. Bark has so many different colours, wow. And patterns and squiggly little lines from some creature, bug, worm. Squibbly gum. I really need to get to know the species of eucalypts, don't I? Because there's so many different types. There's a plant nursery up ahead too. And it must be time to start work because a few cars are coming in up ahead. So we might end this fairly soon. Yeah, beautiful morning. So nice having a dog to walk with. Alright, there are lots of cars coming. Well, I say lots, 3. We will say goodbye for now, and I might resume on the way home. Okay, bye. We had a little interruption with a fox, didn't we, Cedar? Where the fox scared both of us, and Cedar went to chase it, which caused me to bring my big mama protective voice out. Anyway, she's fine. The fox went away, and now we're walking home. Yeah, dog life with an artist. Sometimes I wish I had a family, so Cedar had more company. Come on, sweetheart, let's go. Good girl. Yeah, so I really like the idea of starting a podcast, but mostly because I'm going to be doing voiceovers for my art painting processes anyway, so why not combine the two? Like, why not do your voiceover as if it's a podcast, but it's really a voiceover for one of your art videos, and then on your YouTube channel you can have the art video with the voiceover on it, and you can have a podcast where it's just the audio. I don't know, do other people do that? Probably. Does it matter what other people do? No. I think this is the thing, right? You've got to find your own way. Like, stop listening to all those other people telling you can't do something. They know only a part of you. They don't know the whole you. They don't know. Only you know what you can and can't do, or what you can overcome. Because that's sort of how I'm feeling lately. It's like, I know I've overcome a lot of things in my past, and yep, the last 10 years have been a big challenge for me, but I know I can overcome anything I set my mind to. It all comes down to mindset, doesn't it, Cedar? She goes, yes, Mum, I knew that all along. Oh, wow, you should see this beautiful bird. Gosh, I've really got to get to know my birds and plant species. It's like a little, I have to look it up in the bird book, little finches, like fantails with these bright yellow chests. It's like a robin, but with a yellow chest. They're gorgeous. Okay. Gee, she's patient. You're so patient with me, Cedar. I'm very lucky. I love you so much. Beautiful girl. We're into week 2 of the school holidays. Just goes so fast, doesn't it? School holidays. I feel like I haven't really achieved very much. Spent a lot of money on art supplies. Snuggled Cedar a lot. Joined an art business academy, which is really good. I'm a bit nervous because can I actually do this? Will I actually carry through with something? Yep. That's my challenge, my friends. I can overcome it. All right. I think I'm going to spend some time with Cedar now on the last part of our journey home. It's quiet and still now. A few cars in the distance, still some birds, morning birds. Yeah. All right, have a great day. Hope you're doing some sketching or something today. I'm going to get the watercolours out this morning, and then at 11 o'clock there's an Art Business Academy live orientation call, so I'll be joining in on that. Take care, and I will talk to you next walk. Bye.